Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It's Curiously Michelle. I'm glad you stopped in. Today, in another round of procrastinating, we're going to do another version, a second version of an ATC storage book. The other day, I posted a video about how I make these ATC storage wallets. Let's do that upside down. That's what happens when you don't decorate the cover. Another video. I'm going to decorate both of them in another video. So today I have another version of ATC storage. This one I did see Betsy Doodle on YouTube. She makes a book like these, and so I will find her YouTube and link it below in the description box. They're sized a little differently. I think this one is just a tad bit easier. The tab binding could be fiddly. These pages are much easier. So this one is made. I've made several. These are the only two I have on hand. The rest I've given away. This one is made out of cardboard, and the ones I saw Miss Betsy Doodle make, she made hers with cardboard and some ribbon. This one is made out of, I don't know if it's like thick chipboard or just a really thin wood. I ordered some furniture online, and these super long boards came in the box, like was protecting the edges or whatever. And, you know, instead of throwing them away, I was like, book covers? I can make book covers. And they were this wide already. All I did was cut them down to length. And every time I've made one, it has been slightly different. So you can tell this one is shorter. I think 10 by 4.5 is a good base measurement to start with. It won't be a big deal if you did 10 1/4 by 11 or 4 3/4. Like, just as long as it's long enough for your page sleeves. I make my pages using this. 9-pocket pages. I picked them up at a local like hobby baseball card store, but they're all over Amazon. And a lot of people, I know you can't see the clear, a lot of people store their ATCs in these in the whole sheet and put it in a 3-ring binder. And I did do that for a little while, and then I decided, you know, I wanted something more compact for like laying around on my coffee table or something, and less chunky and heavy as a 3-ring binder. I mean, but it works. It totally works. If you like the 3-ring binder system, go for it. Just here are some alternatives. So we're gonna make the base together today. I have a piece of cardboard that came in something. So, and I measured 10 by 4.5, and I need 2 of those pieces for the front and the back cover. So let's cut those out. Just a little. Okay. So now I've got 10 inches. Now let's get the 4.5. One more. Maybe. I can do it. There we go. There's one. And I still need a little sliver off. This is thick cardboard. Or this is a really dull knife. Or a combination of both, probably. Okay. So there's our front and back cover, and you can decorate these however your little creative heart desires. You can cover them in fabric. So I have one of the smaller wallets that I covered in fabric. So any way you would cover, you know, a book or a junk journal, you can cover these, and I'm going to decorate them in a different video. This one's covered in drop paper. This one's covered in scrapbook paper. This one is covered in torn up book pages. And this one is tissue paper, paint, stamps. So any old way you want to decorate it is good to go. So we have our front and back cover. So for the pages, you take the non-pocket sleeve, and I just cut them into 3s. You just have to be mindful that when you're cutting them, that you're not cutting the bottom edge that's sealed off that holds your card in there. The way I kind of do it is I get my ruler to hit that top open ledge, and then I cut it. And that way my bottom edge is still sealed. I learned, the first one I made, is that when you cut them into 3s like this, the holes that make them fit into the 3-ring binders don't work for you anymore. And there's several different ways that you can bind these. So of course, book binding rings is an option. This is a different version of, they're tangled up, book binding rings I got on Amazon, which is what I used for this one. So far it's not my favorite, just because it's thinner in diameter, and they might come in bigger sizes, but for me they're really fiddly to open and close, which once you put your book together you don't need to open and close it anymore. Just the ones that I have on hand, not my favorite. Totally works if you're not going to put a lot of sleeves in. If you're going to put a lot of sleeves in, get the bigger dimension book rings. These come in 1, 1.5, 2, they probably even come in 3. Or there's also these key ring things, which I used on this one. So you get a lot of room. You can put a lot of pages in these ones. I got those on Amazon. It was like, I don't know, $6 for 50 or something. Betsy Doodle ties hers with a ribbon. On the tutorial I saw anyway, she just got a long, like piece of sari silk, poked her sari silk through, tied a pretty bow. So you can absolutely make one of these with stuff you can find on hand. If you are already a ATC collector, then you may already have these 3-pocket sleeves, and then cardboard and some type of binding, a piece of string, a piece of yarn. Okay, so with your binding, and you have to do something to make holes that will match your binding. So I use duct tape. Duct tape comes in all kind of pretty colors, so I tend to use black. Here, I'm going to put purple on this one. I'm going to put purple on this one. I'm going to be different. No, I'm not. So you just kind of cut it. I am not, because I already did some pages in the black and I want them to match. Okay, scratch that. Back to the first plan. So I just cut you a piece about as tall as your sleeve. Line it up. There's already a line there from, you know, where they put their holes to fit into the 3-ring binder. So you just line it right back up with that same mark on the front and the back and push it down. Then cut off your excess. Okay, so then you have a uniform edge for whichever binding you're going to do. Today we're going to do, I guess we're going to do book rings, or these ones. Either one will work for what I'm about to do. And I made myself a little template. So my front and back covers are 10 by 4.5, and then my sleeves are 4 3/4, I believe, about. And I wanted my holes 1/2 inch in from the edge, just to give it, you know, to make it sturdy. So when you use black duct tape and a black Sharpie, it's a little difficult to see where you mark, but you can see it. It is possible. If you hold it just right in the light, it'll be a little shiny. So you hole punch your holes. See, I had a few more sleeves already done. Okay. You make as many sleeves as you want. Just keep in mind, you know, more sleeves you may need thicker rings. Let's see. These, I believe, are 1 inch, and it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sleeves are in there, and it's probably, I mean, you might could fit 1 or 2 more, but it's probably at its max. This one has 12 sleeves in it, and it definitely has more room. You can add more. So you have your front and your back cover. Just kind of eyeball or measure, if that's your thing, where you want your pages to sit. Mark it. Let's see if this hole punch is going to go through this cardboard. If it doesn't, you can use a pokey tool, just kind of hollow it out, or you know, your crocodile big bite. Oh, it's snug. It's snug, but I think it's going to do it, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I got it on there. Is it going to go through? Yes, we did it. We did it. Okay. Wiggle, 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 because it's snug. And there we go. So one down. Line that back up. Mark your back cover. And repeat. Come on. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Ooh, that takes all your muscles. Big bite might be a little easier to get it to go through easy. So, front back cover, pages in the middle, make your sandwich, put on your rings. Easy peasy. Or, you know, put your ribbon on there, tie a pretty bow. And you have your ATC storage book. Okay. Fill her up. Enjoy. Decorate it however you want. I'm going to decorate them on a separate video. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Have a great day.